Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Banao Bharat's Trading for Living Monday live session. 19th of June, almost 3 o'clock now, another half an hour to go. On the whole, the first remark would be a very disappointing start for the week. If you remember Friday's price action, 18,955 is what we saw on the board, and Friday the way it closed, the whole market participants were little upbeat of witnessing a all-time high opening. In fact, even I had talked at length on Friday how we will be seeing all-time high either Monday or on Tuesday. But today's price action is kind of disappointing, not because it did not make a all-time high, not because it did not gap up, not because it didn't move up from the opening, but looking at the price action on the intraday chart. See, the earliest signs should come from the intraday charts, and then we watch the swing chart, and then we watch the weekly or the settlement chart, and of course later on at the daily charts. That is the pattern of deciphering the data analysis, what's happening at the lowest time frame, what's happening in a slightly higher time frame, what's happening in a time frame which is slightly more higher than the higher time frame, and then the final daily data. Having come so close on Friday, just about 40 points away from the all-time high, at least customarily it should have opened gap up at all-time high. It should have cracked that old high, and for the year 2023 it should have registered a new all-time high for this calendar year. It should have happened today itself, because we were cruising very well as of Friday's close. Whenever we cruise very well towards a certain data point and it comes very close and turns back, then definitely it's not a good sign. Based on my data analysis, now seeing 19,000 in this week looks slightly unlikely. I am not ruling out the entire possibility of not happening at all, but the way it opened and has started moving down since morning, absolutely it has been one-sided. Absolutely at any given point in time from morning 9:15 till now 3 o'clock, there was no signs of any amount of buying emerging. This 230 candle, whatever we are seeing a pullback, this we cannot call it as a buying candle. It is more of people since morning have been going short, and now actually little bit of closing of their short positions. With this kind of data point, or with this kind of opening of the week and of the day, is not actually a good sign, and there might be a lot more work to be done by Nifty for it to witness all-time high within this week. Yes, markets can never be predicted, so anything can happen. Maybe tomorrow it might gap up above 19,000, we never know, but the way it has traded today and the way it might close around these levels, there is 80% of probability that we will not be seeing any all-time high this week. Yes, always there will be 20 to 30% of possibility of anything can happen. So keep that in mind while taking your positions. Don't be too aggressive in your buying until you see 19,000 on board. So that is the point I want to make. Only saving grace in today's data points, if I have to tell anything, if I have to see what are the good things in today's price action which might support the bulls, is all day, even though it has been on the downside, it has been trading within yesterday's range. Yesterday's range was 18,771 to 18,955, and today the only saving grace in this whole data from morning till now is it has not cut yesterday's low. Yes, it has not cut yesterday's high, but it has not cut yesterday's low. So that one data point can be a positive for the Nifty participants on the higher side. It opened lower, it has already made a lower low, no doubt about it, lower high, sorry. It has already opened the week with a lower high. It's definitely not a good sign. But one saving grace is, though it has made a lower high, it has not cracked yesterday's or Friday's low, and maybe it has taken support at Friday's low. If that is the case, then one more attempt definitely in this week we can see Nifty trying to crawl back up and start moving higher if this support holds. Today's low is 18,789 and Friday's low is 18,771. These two lows are very important now, because we have started off the week and the day with a lower high. The moment in an uptrend we are seeing a lower high, that is the first indication that maybe there is a pause, or maybe there is a pullback, or maybe there might be outright reversal starting off from there. The first sign of making a lower high right at the opening is definitely not a good sign. Only saving grace towards the end is it has not cracked yesterday's low and it is not closing below that. So that is one positive take home that we can have for the coming days. If Friday's low acts as support, then definitely in spite of having a lower high that is formed today, we can still expect some amount of bounce back and pull back and one more attempt for all-time high within this week. But once the momentum is lost, it is difficult to gain that momentum back, and looks like today both Nifty and Bank Nifty have actually lost the momentum. This is the chart of Bank Nifty. Again, Bank Nifty, we all remember 44,248 was the all-time high for December, and 2 weeks back it has already taken out 44,248. Bank Nifty makes a new high at 44,545. After that, for last week's, it has not actually crossed 44,545. In fact, 44,545 was made on 8th of June. After that, 2 weeks have passed. You can see here 44,325 is one that we are seeing, and 1 week has been passed. Last week's high was 44,325, and last week we also made a new low. After having made a high, we ended up in the last week we ended up making a lower high at 44,325, and we ended up making a new low at 43,526, which means on the settlement chart when we see from the highs of 44,545, market has already retraced about 1000 points. Bank Nifty has fallen 1000 points, made a pullback. Each pullback is creating a new lower high. That is the take home. Definitely not a good sign. Let us first see this Bank Nifty on the intraday time frame. Last week Friday there was a resistance at 44,180. It makes a high at 234 and falls down before the close. Today outright opens at around 44,124, lower than Friday's high. From there on continuously goes down to 43,625, currently trading at 43,800. So on the intraday chart, lower high, and only saving grace like Nifty is it has not cut 43,600. But on the settlement chart, on the expiry chart, that is I use 2 hours candle for that. On the expiry chart, last week itself there was a lower high, and this week we are beginning with one more lower high, and 43,526 is the level that we need to watch out for this weekly expiry. If it comes to 43,526, maybe the real bounce will come from there. Until 43,526 it is a no trade zone, but if it tries to go up, then definitely we are looking at resistance around 44,325. From there on one more round of selling might emerge. So it is anybody's game for this week. Friday's movement, in spite of late rally on Friday, on the expiry chart, on the positional chart, when we see this Friday late expiry is within the no trade zone and it is not making any significant impact. Yes, it has created a high and it has come down, but Friday high is acting as a lower high as of now. Now maybe tomorrow, day after, or the day after of on Thursday, maybe we might see entirely new levels, but for discussion sake, based on current information, based on the current data points, the charts are not looking good. Very clear, Nifty and Bank Nifty both have started off on the back foot. It has not started on the front foot. Both Nifty and Bank Nifty have started off on a lower high mode. Only saving grace, only positive takeaway for today's session will be both Nifty and Bank Nifty have worked within Friday's range and it has not broken Friday's range. It would have been sentimentally very important for us to see all-time high today in the morning. We should have opened with a all-time high, but that has not happened. Even otherwise, there was no any buy signals emerging in today's even on an intraday time frame. So on the whole, not a very positive start for the week. Definitely this is suggesting, I would say, 80% it is suggesting we may not see all-time high in this week. Probably based on how far it goes down in this week will it determine whether we will see any new high at all for the year 2023. As of now, in spite of so much of rally from March, for the year 2023 we are still not doing good in terms of data points, because December 2022 high still is valid. Yes, from January onwards markets have started off on the lower high and have gone down, made a low of 16,866. From there on the pullback is happening. Of course it has taken out January's high. On the monthly chart, when you see, on the monthly chart, if you see, the January's high was 18,333. We are comfortably above January's high. For the calendar year we are looking on the upward trajectory, but coming to the all-time high data of 18,998, because we closed so closer to the all-time high on Friday, that follow-up buying should have come automatically on a Monday morning. There were no big game changes over the weekend. That being the case, this was a normal Monday opening day. There was nothing to look forward to except that we had such good data points for Friday's close, and we should have at least seen some exuberance or some good opening in the morning. But a very disappointing week start to the week. Let us see how the rest of the week goes. Be cautious on your buying ventures. Do not venture into buying until unless we see 19,000 on charts. But then again, there is no short signal as yet, because we are not even cutting Friday's low. As of now, we are trading within the Friday's range. That being the case, since we have not cut even one day's low, we cannot say the trend is reversal. It is still in an uptrend. It is in a very strong uptrend only. Only thing is, the disappointment is it didn't open bang on with all-time high. That is the only disappointment for this beginning of the week. Well, having said that, anything can happen in the market. Be prepared. Keep your data points very clear where you will be entering on the long side or on the short side. As of now, my analysis is there is no shorts, but then definitely there is no buy until unless we see fresh highs for this week. Keep in mind, today's high is what? 18,923 Monday morning high. This weekly candle will begin with 18,923, and how far will it go is anybody's guess. Let us take the trading plan as we go along. We have to sail along with the waves. Let us not be rigid. Be prepared. At least in the coming 1 or 2 days, if we are not seeing new highs, then get ready for the selling game. So that's it from my end. If you are liking the content on Banao Bharat's channel, do subscribe to the channel and share the channel with your fellow traders. Come back with your queries. If you have any queries, you can always put it in the chat box. We will be happy to address in terms of any entry levels or stop losses or targets or any other information that you are looking from our channel. So we will be happy to help. Let us see how the trading goes for tomorrow. For now, we are currently trading at 18,840 on the Nifty, and Bank Nifty we are trading at 43,800. About 60 points down on Nifty futures at the close, and around 250 points we are negative on Bank Nifty. That's it for now. Let us again meet tomorrow once again. Until then, Om Swasti.